sa pagsuporta sa paninindigan ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa West Philippine Sea at update sa epekto ng El Nino sa Lanao del Sur, ating pag-uusapan kasama si Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adyong. Congressman Adyong, magandang tanghali po at welcome sa Bagong Pilipinas Ngayon.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong mga tagapakinig.
Una po sa lahat, Congressman, gaano po kahalaga at kritikal ngayon ang suporta ng lahat sa paninindigan ni Pangulong Marcos Jr. sa West Philippine Sea?
Ito po'y isang usapin ng teritoryo at sobereniya ng ating bansa. Ang presidente po natin, siya po yung, apart from being the architect of our foreign policy, siya po ang tumatayong commander-in-chief. So, mandato po niya na protektahan ang ating bansa, no, from any threats, from either domestic threats or threats from other countries. So nararapat po natin talaga siyang suportahan dahil ang pinaglalaban po natin dito, hindi po tayo yung umaangkin ng ibang teritoryo. Ang pinaglalaban po dito ay yung atin, paprotektahan ang sariling atin, ang ating teritoryo, na hindi naman po siya bigla-biglaan lang ang ating pagtatayo o paninindigan. May basihan po ito ang ating posisyon, may basihan po si Presidente sa kanyang posisyon. Dahil nanalo na nga po tayo sa UNCLOS, no, yung dispute, no, over the West Philippine Sea. Ito po ay recognized internationally na ang exclusive economic zone ay pag-aari po ng ating bansa. Ang pagiging Pangulo po, hindi lang siya ang tumatayong pinaka-head ng ating gobyerno, siya din po ang head of state. So, ang estado po ay marami po yung elemento, nandyan po yung tao, nandyan teritoryo, nandyan po yung para ma-build po at ma-determine ang isang sobereniya. So, naturalmente po, pabilang isang Pilipino, kung tayo po talaga ay mahal natin ang ating bansa, no, dapat po natin itong ipagtanggol, na yung pagtatanggol naman po natin ay hindi arbitrarily, no, ay ito po ay binigyan diin at napasa at nanalo sa international arbitration po pagdating po sa pag-aari nung saan ba ang determinasyon ng teritoryo ng Pilipinas, at na-identify na po internationally at na-determine na po at nanalo din po ang kaso, no, pagdating po doon sa exclusive economic zone. So nararapat po bilang isang Pilipino na ating pong suportahan ang ating Pangulo. Kung sino man Pangulo na nandiyan, na ang kanya naman pinaglalaban ay yung para sa atin at yung atin.
Magandang hapon po, Congressman Adyong. Sa dinami-dami na po ng mga agresibong pagtaboy at tension sa West Philippine Sea, ano po ang nakikita ninyong magandang maidudulot ng patuloy na pagharap ng pamahalaan sa territorial dispute sa payapang paraan?
Well, nabibuild up po yung importance ng ating bansa, and that has been the president, no, has been doing for the several months that he's been president, no. Na-establish natin the importance ng ating bansa, no, when it comes to the issue of diyan sa the importance of the Philippines in the Indo-Pacific. So una po 'yon, no, na nare-realize po ng international community how important and vital the participation of the Philippines in the Indo-Pacific concerns, no, dahil the Philippines has already entered into a trilateral agreement with Japan and with the United States. So to be included in that group, for the country to be mentioned in the breath of the USA alongside with the US and with the Japan, it paints it paints to the international community how vital the Philippines is, no, in trying to maintain stability, no, in navigation and maritime concerns when it comes to the issue in the Pacific, no. That's number one. Number two, it also paints the Philippines trying not to push down, no, when things have become too aggressive, no, from other countries, no, especially, no, too aggressive in encroaching our country's territory. So kailangan po talagang may ano natin, no, ma-emphasize po natin ito dahil sa totoo hindi naman ho natin gusto na makipag-away, no. Nobody is picking a fight here. Ang sa atin lang ay protektahan ang sariling atin, ang ating teritoryo at ating soberenya. Hindi naman ho kailangan na tayo na maging defeatist ang ating attitude and allow bullying tactics and strategies that are being utilized by other countries, foreign countries, no. Hindi ho po pwede na mupulang po tayo at maging defeatist ang ating attitude, no. We have to also assert, and that's what also other countries has been doing, no. Especially when border disputes, when encroachment concerns have been threatening their territory, no. It's but natural for us to really stand by the position of the president and really assert our own rights over the exclusive economic zone of our country. So nobody is picking a fight, no, but we also need, hindi tayo dapat maging maging object of attack, no, at saka bullying. Kailangan din ho natin manindigan. Hindi ho natin kailangan maging matapang, ika nga, no. Wala hong sa palagay ko, no, na intensyon ng administrasyon ito para to enter into a much bigger problem, no, when it comes to China, no. Hindi naman ho natin kailangan maging matapang. Hindi naman din ibig sabihin na kailangan natin maging duwag. So the point that I'm trying to convey is that we need to make all available avenues, diplomatic avenues, for us to really assert our right and to make sure that the Philippines will stand along with its ally in trying to maintain stability in the issue of in the Pacific issue, in the Indo-Pacific region. No, when it comes to the issue of the exclusive economic zone, we really need to assert our rights and ally with ourselves to other countries who think in the same breath as the same way that we do, who also uphold and promote the international law, no, and who also acknowledge the ruling of the UNCLOS when it comes to the dispute in the West Philippine Sea. We need to ally ourselves with them kasi for our own national interest din yun. Ang pinag-uusapan talaga dito is national interest, and we have to align ourselves with whoever or whichever country that we might feel aligned with our own interpretation of what exclusive economic zone is and how to protect our sovereignty and preserve our territorial integrity.
Okay. So, Congressman, hindi kayo agree dun sa mga ibang suggestions na bakit hindi rin daw natin sila i-water cannon din?
Ano po yun? Medyo mabagal po
yung
yung
mga nagsasabi po kasi, Congressman, na bakit hindi na lang daw i-water cannon din daw natin sila?
Well, obviously, that's the that's a question na para sa akin, kung tayo po ay we kailangan din ho natin i-maintain ang gusto natin, ang diplomasya. Kailangan din ho natin, we should not play with their with their games, no. Para sa akin personally, we should not fall prey to the games that they're trying to trap us eh. Kasi pag tayo po, we also assert that kind of tactic. The only way that would lead to that is it's a much more bigger problem, which I think the country do not want to enter into. Kasi we have the legitimacy to assert our right eh. We have the backing of the international community. It's so sad that what they're doing is actually very, very condemnable, no? Actually, kailangan condemn yan. But what we can do right now, I think, no, is to accelerate, no, and upgrade our facilities within the area. That's why sa parte ko, no, I will do anything I can to support, no, the modernization of our armed forces, to support whatever the Coast Guard may need, no, in terms of budget, so that we can also upgrade, no, our facilities and do away with this kind of with this kind of encounters that we face each day, that there's there's a yung resupply mission diyan sa Ayungin Shoal para hindi tayo mag-suffer. And ultimately, kung tatingnan mo po, it's not really about the Coast Guard alone eh. Kasi may mga fishermen din po diyan na mga Filipino fishermen who have been we've been harassed, no? Time and time again. Isa pong malaking issue din yan. Number two is hindi na nga po pinag-uusapan din dito ang West Philippine Sea. Even on the other side of the Pacific, makikita mo dyan sa may Albay, Catanduanes, may nakita dyan na vessel, research vessel owned by China eh. So hindi na ho yan sa West Philippine Sea usapan na, sa kabilang dako na po yan. So those are the things that we need also to address. Ano ba talaga ang pinaka-intensyon ng China, no? And how can we really approach that kind of problem, no? In what way should we approach that kind of problem? And I think options should be laid open. Kung ano man yung magiging development itong usapin. But definitely, ako personally, I do not want to put the country in a situation where hindi na natin ma-assert yung ating right in a way na pwedeng sabihin ng China na, the Philippines is also doing the same thing, no? Kasi in the international community, we are at the upper hand. We have the moral ascendancy to speak about these things, condemning this tactic, backed by the UNCLOS arbitral ruling, no. So ako, it's a trap. They want to provoke us to do exactly the same thing, which basically would create more problem and which basically divert the issue. Madadivert ang issue, and we would probably be able, pag yun ang nangyari, we would probably end up playing their game, and China will be setting their own rules.
Okay.
So ayaw ko yung mangyayari na ganon, no? We have to maintain our diplomatic channels open, at hindi ho tayo, we should not fall prey to the rules that they're trying to create for us to be able to play their own game. At sa palagay ko naman ay hindi naman dapat yun ang ating pupuntahan, dahil we have the backing of the international community, and also have the support of the international community, and we have the legal basis to assert our right over the exclusive economic zone.
Alright, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adyong.